bottle. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good to go. I am good to go. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces apart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story and a horror game. Isn't that dandy? Preferences? Oh, what's that? Well, my preference is a full screen, but that fucked my settings a bit. There we go. Boil effect on, parallax. I don't know what that is. Flickering. We'll leave that on. Skip unseen text after choice transitions. No, we'll leave everything on. Quick menu, visible or hidden. Okay. Return. I thought that were other preferences, but that's fine. What's accessibility? Shit. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, it's narrated too.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Already red flags. Why is this princess kidnapped? Ooh, I like the parallax, though.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Shit. Do we have to kill her to save the world? That's not good. I hope our character doesn't think with her dick. Dude, I like some of these options. Some of them are like, the end of the world, what are you talking about? That's basic. That's some vanilla shit. I sometimes think with my dick, so it may be an issue. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world? That's definitely a response I feel like Nathan would have. Like, I feel like Nathan... I know. I've read them already. Killing Person seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? This also seems like a Nathan one. Can't someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you ever considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? That one feels like a Joe one. Do I get some... Okay, this is a you one. This is definitely something I feel like you would have picked. Do I get some award from this? Okay. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Oh, dude, I feel like Joe would have picked this one just because this is such a Joe response to this. Do we go with forget it, I'm not doing this? Do we go with did you ever think that maybe I want the world to end? Or do we go with turn around and leave? Score!
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
You know what? That's the wrong one I wanted to move. Let me move up here. That way the thing doesn't get... Okay, fine, your I'll go in cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to the prince, maybe I won't, so maybe I won't, I guess we'll see. Nope. Fuck me, the nope. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending, I roast. Some of these are golden. Fuck. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn of beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the option direction now. Yeah, but I'm just gonna lie.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path...
No, he railroaded me so hard!
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh, now I'm mad. Now I'm not saving the world. Fuck the world.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. That's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing into me. Quietly continue down the path. No, we're not going to quietly do anything. Let's go with option number 2.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back.
Yo! Back in the woods!
Oh, would you look at that?
Motherfucker.
Cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Alright, but how long can we keep this going?
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who
It's
ever
very nice. Game ending.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings,
I
you
broke
start
reality.
to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
I broke reality, man.
In every direction,
Oh, fuck.
there is a path.
Oh, no.
And a cabin. And not just a cabin. The cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
I'm gonna have to break so many realities to not do what this man tells me to do.
What's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
This man gets me on a fundamental level.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Nah, he's right though. We are that petty.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone...
Let's go speedrun! Wait. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Again? I thought the world already ended. Okay, no. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I might see your tricks. But I died, the whole world ended. What am I doing here? Holy shit, Darwall. Yeah, okay. Heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
We're going to be a confrontational little prick throughout the entire story until we go to round 2. The second run through.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
More voices. Neat. What? No! Fine, I guess I'll go into the fucking cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature.
Make it just like...
Perched on that table
a dagger.
Is a pristine blade.
Can we leave now? I want to, like, just go outside the door.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The narrator is really insistent on I do
this. If you want us
this.
to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
The voice of the contrarian makes a valid point.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
So the voice of the hero betrays me, just like I knew he would.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, and when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Don't want to save the world,
If you're
though.
going to slay her,
I'm a villain.
you cannot let
I'm a villain at
fear
heart.
creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
That's a good point. Valid question.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Oh, neat. I can make the crack bigger.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Into the basement.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, you didn't say anything about the mirror. What about the mirror?
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
The mirror, the narrator can't see it, probably. You might be lying.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
This contrarian, he gets me on it.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important.
No, I don't care about it. I just want to see myself.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
Are we gonna see our true self in the mirror?
Do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
We all are in agreement. Approach the
Walk
mirror.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Oh my god, we're a wall.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Hey,
I
yo.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Why am I a dragon? Why am I a dragonkin?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right?
Yeah, and you
Find
can't
it
just
again,
show me my
then
hand and
we'll
walk
see
away like
whatever it
nothing
is that
happened.
You don't want us to see.
Enter the basement. I don't need the
Door to
knife.
the basement creaks
Did you
open,
see your hand?
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
You were a fool then,
The
narrator.
air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Wild.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Ooh, it's a Cthulhu monster.
No, thank you.
Agree with the voice of the hero.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap.
We've already died once.
Whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon.
Bitch, have you seen our hand?
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
No, the world's already ended. We're already back here. That's clearly a lie.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
The soft stairs, the harsh stairs, or just the normal stairs? Interesting. The harsh stairs. Let's take the harsh stairs.
To the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
Hey, yo.
Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
Oh, we lost ourselves.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination.
Alright, so apparently left was the wrong option. We've died again.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Oh, what the fuck?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Voice of the hero is right. What was that?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
I agree with the Wizard Contrarian. Some of those go back up the stairs.
Princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And, why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems... normal.
I hate the sky in the background.
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous.
You are down here for a reason. Why?
But you know,
Oh, what the
right?
fuck?
You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
I
As the
refuse.
princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
We have so much power. We'll build a princess harem.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew.
I agree. Fuck him.
Right, I'm telling him.
No.
Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Are we gaining insight? Are we becoming
Whatever you
better?
saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
I refuse.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of it.
I agree. This is the best course of the action. I don't know what... Well, why are all these together? Retrieve the blade. I'm getting out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement or retrieve the blade. But why is it... It's clicking all of them. All three options are highlighted here. There's more of you
What's
now.
that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
Oh,
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again.
Neat.
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
No, we're building
How would
princesses.
we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade.
We're not going to do that option, though.
Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Yes, we...
Kinda
Actually,
just
that was
think
never
about it,
the
doesn't
goal.
it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Cool, that's the goal here. How do we continue to make this worse? Getting down here was... I don't care about her name. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together. What
What? Like you
happened?
need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Alright, we're gonna kill her in the second run, then.
Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs manage to chew you up, I will devour you.
Ah, there is the evil one.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
The different realities are all meshing. If I ask her name, will they all give me different answers? I feel like I need more of her though, and then
I don't think what I do really matters, does it? I just want to live my life. I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that.
neat.
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
The depressed one is very neat.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty
Whose
cringe.
buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
The correct choice is to continue breaking in the universe.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
I have not slayed the princess yet, no. We're not going with that route. We're breaking the universe.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
No, I didn't ask for her name! You bastard, how dare you take that choice away from me?
Wait, that's not right.
No, we're not doing it. That's the third round. We're not doing that yet.
You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Interesting.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying
Did
in
I
a sickening kaleidoscope as
too?
your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Yo.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the
We've
end of the world looks
broken
like?
reality again.
What an unbearable mess.
I enjoyed that this one here is just squaring up on me. I guess we are trying to kill her in this one.
But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
They're melding.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all...
Good. We made a black hole. Failsafe of the universe.
falls apart?
We did not make a black hole.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Yo, we broke the narrator.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Good. And perish.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Oh, you sweet innocent summer
We should
child.
help her. I think we did this.
We will only continue to fracture.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
No! You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Say nothing. No. No. Our option is no. We pick no. You don't know if she had a chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go?
The
Should we
mirror. We
try
got
and
an
find her?
achievement just that, so I'm gonna go look in a bit. Should we try and find her?
There's that mirror again. Why is it here?
Did we go with the mirror ending? Yo. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
Approach the mirror.
Don't do this.
Be gone, voice of the hero. You betrayed me once. You approached the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Fuck you guys. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection, not greet. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what is in it. It's you. You are alone in this place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. And there she is, being all handsy. Approach her. This feels...
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of here? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you the princess? Do you know what about the world beyond this place? What happens now? Attack entity, destroy your body? Why would I destroy my body? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I didn't take this. I didn't expect this turn now.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Then into oblivion we go together. You know about the world beyond this place.
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Oh my god, she's witnessing me. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond.
She's trying to take me over.
Perspectives to make my own.
Fuck that.
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
What? No. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I am... fuck, the ending's changed. I'm not a person. I've seen my reflection. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the
How
world?
can the world have ended if we are talking?
True. She makes a good point. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are.
but I know that there are worlds beyond us. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh, more options. Okay, okay, make me forget. No, fuck that. I was sent here to slay the princess from Sound of Destroying the World. If I help you, what are you gonna do? And what if I don't let you do this to me? How many more princesses do I have to find? How much will I forget? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, if I help you, will I have to kill the princess?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely
Very melodic.
to reshape.
Let it be. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Ooh, we can wait! I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
Yeah, but we're stubborn.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
I know what forever means.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Alright, so it's a game where you are fighting the narrator. The narrator is a piece of shit. Oh my god! She closed the game! What? That was neat. I'm looking at the other achievement I got. One of them was the body, it's you, it's looking into the mirror. The other one is the illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. Neat. Okay. Let's relaunch the game.
You have returned to me.
Oh,
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
just straight up in there, huh? I never left your side. Another achievement. Alright. God damn.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Alright, how much will I forget?
Everything.
Alright, made me forget,
She
you dumb
asks
bitch.
that I tell you to remember her.
I don't know who she is, you dumb broad.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Perfect. The Hero and the Princess, Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
No, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab. 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 Alright, let's play stupid. At the end of the world? What are you talking about?
Talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Have you considered that the only reason she's going... Alright, killing this... Can't someone else do it? Forget about doing this. Oh, go. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Alright, sweet. I've always wanted an awful monarch. Viva la revolution!
Spirit.
We'll go with
You
Joseph
make your way
route.
up the short
We'll just go
path
straight
down.
down the... We're just gonna go
You'll
straight.
find the princess
Straight.
within. A warning. Before she will lie, we're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't...
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior
Hey,
of
there's
the
no mirror
cabin
this
is
time.
almost entirely bare. The blade is your...
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels
This is
heavy and damp.
very different
a
from my
hint
first
of
run.
rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Do we go the serial killer route? Just continue down. Do we go high? Just checking on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Neat. Stab.
You walk down the stairs.
Oh,
Would lock
the
eyes with the
cursor
princess.
changed. I just
There's a
noticed.
heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Nope. Nah, we're gonna do it this time.
Forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
We're gonna just end her.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
That's very dangerous talk.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Correct.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Nope. We're going
She's
for the
unarmed.
kill this time.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Stab. Fuck it. Slay the
You
princess.
lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Yeah, look at that shit, dude. We're a monster.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, no, we're taking the direct route this time.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Fucking reality warpers, dude.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
It can't be that easy.
But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure if she has something. Of course not. That's why that was way too... Nah, of course it is. She's dead. She has a dagger in her heart.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Lights off. Game over. Go home time.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we have. Voice of the hero.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
We've done it. We've saved the world.
You open the cabin door, ready to return.
Except the
to a
world is
saved
ended. I know it
from
is,
certain
'cause...
doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
I didn't do it for the greater
Where a lush
good.
forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far
We're
away.
back here, huh?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe.
This narrator
This is
motherfucker.
good.
Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
The narrator is the devil.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happy.
Alright, we've committed to the, just listen to the narrator.
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
I think we just commit to the narrator.
Really?
Of course we
Well-
are. I like it here.
If you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
No.
The little voices, please, fall on deaf. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence.
That's right. We're reaching Nirvana.
Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift. You simply exist.
Yo.
Happy.
We have become the Buddha.
Forever.
Good ending! Woohoo! I saved everyone.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh, okay. Past the point of no return. There's no going back now. Yeah, didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're
Are
happy.
we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Unalive
I can hear
ourselves.
everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Interesting.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take
Do we
that blade
continue
and
the
use
narrator
it.
path, though?
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't the using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Are we the princess now, locked in the
I
cabin?
know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Interesting.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Narrator brings up a good point. I'm happy now, apparently. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Yo.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Still a monster, though.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Best ending so far. Chapter 2. Sir, I died.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Hold up.
is a princess.
Chapter 2 last time was the stranger. Chapter 2 this time is the specter. Are we the specter? Are we a ghost?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I know. Yeah, no. This time chapter 2 is the specter, that's what I'm saying. Chapter 2 last time was the stranger, this time it's the specter. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
What's the hero? I don't trust you either, though.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Voice of the cold now. Interesting.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
He brings up a valid point.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
We went full rebellion last time. We went follow instructions last time. So this time we're gonna go for that sweet middle ground of laying the
And I
princess.
believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Good questions.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us,
Yo.
maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Yo, voice of the cold is a fucking G.
Just stay focused, will you?
My goal is to kill the narrator. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone. Last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How can someone like that end the world? What is this place? If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards. Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all. You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise.
He is full of horseshit.
Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
Last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
This man is full of horse manure. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
What options do I have? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me? And if people locked her away, why wouldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Both very good questions. I think we'll go with the second. What are you're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking. So let's just do as he says. And maybe he'll stop bothering us.
We tried that, but he still bothered us anyway. It was awful. He just locked us up in energy. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
Oh shit, he brought up the special card.
If that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
That's all, I
Right.
guess.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave.
Do you think there's something else out there? All right. Let's see what we can find. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of new dawn beyond our own. I'm gonna go walk in the opposite direction
There
now.
won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
We've already experienced that twice actually.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away. That's strange. It looks like... Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
Do we want the voice of the contrarian back? Probably not. Okay, I'm going
That's
sheesh.
great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to... Oh, well.
The mirror is
The interior
back.
of the cabin is cold. A soft odor of dirt permeates.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside. The blade is your It feels like no one's been here, like I've been saying. Very different.
It's very
Maybe
different.
That's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up.
Do we go for the mirror again? Yeah, approach the mirror.
You walk up to the... What are you talking about?
Play in the mirror.
You reach forward, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open.
Still no staircase,
revealing
though.
An old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust. The room below, nobody's here. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Is the princess... Oh my
As you
god, she
descend
is
the
dead!
final step, the form of the
Shit.
princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist
Oh,
still
shit.
bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Oh my god, she's dead.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears
She's
from
a
underneath
ghost.
the floor.
She's the ghost.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Raider, I told you.
Ghost! Oh. Wow.
Fuck, I
How
love the cold.
Absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah, I can't kill a ghost. You're a ghost.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Well, I hate this.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing.
No
across your
means
skin.
no. We do not consent to
Sophie
your
has a
touch.
body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She
Damn,
looks
cold.
fragile enough to me.
Do we grab her or wait and see how things play out? Do we... Let's wait and see.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
No. Not at
Because
all.
I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
What is this? What's happening? We continue... Yeah, let's just ignore her. Nah, we're not gonna apologize. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to say some sort of sick... Let's team up. That's an interesting one. Shit. It's either the first one or that third from last. But let's talk to the narrator.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. Finish how? We already did what you told us.
She's a
Now
ghost.
She's a ghost. There's a perfectly pristine blade waiting for you upstairs. You could always use it to, I don't know, slay her.
I did that! She's a ghost, you dumb bitch!
And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? You're going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
That's so an interesting, weird way he said that. He's not the one doing it?
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Yes, I agree, voice of the cold. let's go down. If you're dead, then there really isn't much for me to do, is there? I guess we'll get going.
This
Goodbye.
isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
You look so surprised. No, she's dead. I killed her. It's time to leave. My job's done.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
Yeah, we just ignored her. We're talking to the narrator.
You're abandoning me here?
It would seem so, yes.
Correct. Leave.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
What if you just leave me then? And I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. There's nothing we can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty. No, not that!
I feel bad for doing this.
About to try something. Get ready.
Voice of the Cold is by far the best voice so far. Contrarian was funny, but he couldn't back up the talk. Voice of the Cold is a man of action. I can respect that.
The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like
How am I a menace?
nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
Oh,
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you.
bitch, I'll kill you a third time.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Yo, shit, she's a ghost.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Stare at her in silence.
Be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what a horrific splintering.
Oh,
the
she
squelching
crushed
of
my heart.
organs.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body.
She's real now. Pity we don't have a weapon. Your last moments are spent a helpless
Heart ripper.
witness as she rips her hand from your chest. But that's ours.
See you soon, kill.
She crushes it, blood and ruined vascular tissue leaking from between her fingers.
Chapter 3, The Wraith. Yo, we got Chapter 3 this time. Progress.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it
Yo, Voice of the Cold is still here.
No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. Does there have to be a way out? For all we know, this is just how things are. No, I can't accept that. I know she just killed us, but what if we free her? What if we help her leave? We haven't tried that yet. That does sound like it could be interesting. Or at least, different.
Let's try freeing her.
I don't think we can stop her if that's what she wants to do. She ripped our heart out. Who's to say she can't go ahead and steal our body and make us do whatever she wants? Okay, so
There's so much
we've
different.
already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her, and then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of anything? We've already died twice. Doesn't mean much to us anymore.
Voice of the Cold, you
All
MVP.
death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
No, it is not.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her
So that's odd of that.
influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult.
Oh, interesting. Are you not the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick.
Oh. I didn't know that was an
If I had to
option.
make a wager, I'd say
Oh, I
yes
see.
and
We can jump back and go to different loops. Smart.
Is that supposed to be a riddle? I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just
Why
met
not?
here is the same. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Yo.
They've
That's a good
clearly
point.
all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You
What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's
she
another
finds a
option.
way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is the only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that. A delusion.
This man is really
If you
annoying.
already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Oh, bitch, I murder so good.
I'm begging you, don't do this. You're
Goodbye.
going to damn everything to oblivion. You have to do... Yet here we are, walking away despite your protestations. There's got to be a crack in this world somewhere. If he's looking in at us, there has to be a way out.
Thank you, voice of the paranoid.
Ugh, fine. You walk down the path away from the cabin. For all our sakes that you change your mind before it's too late.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
Yo.
What's going on? Where are we?
We got rid of the narrator.
I don't know. But it feels like...
Oh no, we're back in the fucking
It
void!
happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by texture nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds, unadulterating, pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty space. Feelers probe across the fabric of gravity, extremities find your conscious and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to use it if it doesn't bring me more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot break. Not there. You cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This would have been. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Motherfucker.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright. We're gonna raise her up this time.
You're here to slay her.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked
I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise. We are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, Let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous.
I
She's
don't
not
believe you.
dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Interesting. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this time?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Interesting. Alright. Yeah, fuck this man. We're not talking to the
You make
narrator
her way
anymore.
up the short path. A warning. We're not going to ignore him.
She's the cabin.
The interior of the blade.
Enter the basement.
The door to her voice
Hello?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
That's different.
Don't let it fool you.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Is it gonna be monster though?
You walk down the stairs
Not.
and lock eyes with the princess.
Her
There's a heavy
personality
chain
also
around
changed
her
already.
wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Alright, Euro, you need to chill.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Gross use of the
I hope you
term.
brought something to deal with these chains.
Nope.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Voice of the hero agrees with us, which is weird.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
There's a key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended
Interesting.
her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
We'll go back upstairs, search for the
You
key.
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Someone else is here.
Is someone else here?
Oh, wait,
You try the door.
interesting.
Your shouts and plead. You're here to slay the princess.
Interesting.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Probably narrator,
I heard
actually.
The door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh,
hesitates
fuck.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No, we've
Or
already
you
committed.
could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you...
I'm not going to like what happens, but I'm gonna save her anyway.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her
This is
flesh.
graphic.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
This is the first time she's been free since she became a monstrosity of many hands.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Oh, that's ominous as shit!
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Ooh, narrator, what are you doing?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh my god, he's controlling us,
Wait,
the rat bastard!
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
We can warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
This-
Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
We resist.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Run, bitch, run! I'm trying to save you.
Both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you
She's gonna kill us. But because we tell her to.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh, he's making it.
Oh no!
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Where's the hero? Shut the fuck up.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again.
Oh my god, he's
You
vindictive.
feel
I thought I was petty.
of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
It's gonna end like this.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
That took
Two of you
a
made
sudden
your
sharp
choice.
turn.
It's over. Everything goes dark.
And we die. Chapter 2, The Damsel. Another new chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
This
If he doesn't
narrating
remember
piece of
what
shit.
happened, then maybe it's best. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh fuck, voice of the spins. It sounds awful. Terrible.
Our beloved.
Voice, yeah, right?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Oh my god.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving. We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any...
Alright.
A warning. She will... I think we've already been over this. I do. But I also speak from the... Sure, yeah, you pash. Don't pay their bickering any...
Proceed to the cabin. Let's just get in there, see what's up.
The interior
Everything
of
is
the cabin
much
clean
different.
and elegant. Its stone walls...
There's a mirror again. I love the mirror. I love when the mirror's there.
The blade is your... There's death. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us that, in which case she'd be Exactly. Why would I lie about something so... I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally... Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations, right?
Explore the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the... This really is... You reach... It was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't...
Enter
door
the
to
basement.
Creaks open, but it's still a stone basement. A soft...
Hello? Is someone...
Her voice. It's somehow even more... I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Voice of the hero is correct.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
Her dress
and
is
lock
different.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust
We just-
and foul
Oh,
imprisonment.
well now I'm confused with what to
You know
do.
she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely
God damn
she
it.
can hear
The voice of the simp is strong, dude.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Excuse me?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Jesus.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence.
Joe would go on Ike Fix Run. Yeah, I feel like that.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. We damned a whole world. But nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep
Interesting.
especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
This is the most he's given us.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever
Shit, dog,
been.
I'm a romantic at heart. I have to
Can't
listen to
let
the
anyone
smitten.
convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your...
The narrator also took control of my body, and I do not like that.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Don't worry, we'll go back to killing her in a couple runs.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that
He's
matters.
still uplifting. I
She
hate it.
took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Is she the one giving us the different voices?
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
What the fuck?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
The chain does look smaller on this
What?
one.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
What's the heroes
She didn't
coming
care
in
last
clutch?
time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
You're both monsters,
Go
not to be
ahead and
trusted.
Slay her.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess?
I hate it.
She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
That she didn't do it, actually. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
She would have chosen whatever we would have done, though.
Not so sure.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Neat. Alright, rescue the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Voice of this man is,
You wouldn't.
Oh, he's
I
testing
would.
us.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
It does. The world does end if we don't stop her.
You approach the princess
Oh my God.
and gingerly slide her
Oh my god,
hand
it
from
does
her
just come.
binding.
This is the worst chain of all
I
time.
can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I hate it. I grabbed the knife for no reason.
Princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Alright, so who is betraying me first?
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
We're gonna regret
What do
this.
we do now?
What do you want
Let
to
me
do?
guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Like, if she's gonna end the world, she might as well end it.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Voice of the hero, you dumb bitch. The answer is that they all want to end the world. The narrator, her, us sometimes when the narrator or the princess pisses us off.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
Sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand.
Oh,
in
she's
hers,
sparkling. That's
let
gross.
we have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
We can all mope together.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Good.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Interesting.
That's a familiar move.
Wow.
Did I
Who
do
would
that
have
last
guessed?
time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
We're going all the way
Oh,
this
no.
time.
Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She gonna
Right,
counter
it isn't
narrator?
fair, but the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
So am I, basically. Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Dumb bitch.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right? Nobody is leaving this basement.
Together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
The voice of the smitten is pretty awful,
Princess, make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin.
but we are
just
making the narrator very
away.
upset.
If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
I really like that we're making the narrator
That's the
really
way out.
upset.
We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Alright, but where does it go horribly wrong is the question.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
Nothing, right?
and then you step outside.
What?
Our happy ending at last.
What?
We did it. What should we do now?
Nope, there it is. The void is incoming.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I mean, the outcome's always the end of the world.
Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
She got consumed by the entity that is her final form. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Why is it here?
it here?
Why now?
Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? Okay. If you say so. She'll be there waiting for...
Approach the mirror. Don't worry, voices in our head. We'll be fine. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. And I hate it. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin in the long quiet. Oh, it's you again. We're here again, huh?
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither?
She's not many now, she's one.
But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What if we wait again? Destroy your body. I might do that. Are you the same as you were before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are all the wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side.
I hate it.
For I would.
What else do we ask? What do you want me to do next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I hate this Eldritch God. Destroy your body. Okay.
There's nowhere for you to be.
Interesting. I guess we can go for these
I will
later.
long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
She can kill me, but I can't bring her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay, have you ever considered that maybe I'm okay with the world
Of
ending?
course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I want the
mean,
world.
Maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? Are you serious? No, you have to do it. Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Interesting.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. Then each and every one. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out. You make your way up the We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't.
Alright, so like, what do we do now? Like, what path do we take? Do we go back to the ghost route and kill the ghost? I think we might have to redo the ghost route,
The
maybe?
interior of the cabin, the blade is your
We don't take
Her
the plane
voice.
this time.
Hello?
Don't let.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
We're back to the big
She's
one.
Beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi.
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
We never got to that part last time.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So... Yeah, if I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
This is clearly, they're both just monsters. Let's keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Sucks, nerd.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't,
I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Interesting.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Do we go with the lock? Like, we've already gone that one, right? Like, do we just... Do we fold, do we kill, or do we lock her? Let's go with the lock. Let's go with
You
the...
think this is some kind of fair... It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back.
He's gonna
to
lock the door, isn't he?
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed... Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she?
No, we're sticking to the
Be
plan.
the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door. locking it
Yo,
behind you,
he got out!
holding it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Let's go.
We can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
How is this the one that gets the demon side out of her?
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Bitch.
You won't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Well, it's fine. So all that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Throw at me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Ignore her and go to sleep.
Ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin.
Wait,
Darkness has stopped.
the door
And
comes
the door
in.
to the basement is ajar.
It opens
Its knob
in.
broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation
But he
doesn't
can
change
control my
them.
body, though.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Death. Been there, done that. We're not afraid of that.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
We have gills. Interesting.
A shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
We don't, actually.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh no! We die. Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Christ almighty.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to...
Yeah. Turn around and leave.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Good question. She's gonna kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then shh. What if he
That's the voice of the
hisses?
paranoid again.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said...
Alright.
Those are two very different questions, but let's say if you died, we couldn't trust it. All we did was lock her away. And how? No comment. Well then, congratulations. And your solution? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the... Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you... Do you think the people there lived happy? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What I want you to... Just be quick about it.
To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Just being around her shut down all my
Like I
organs.
said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk. Great.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will... I don't think... It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain.
Much
The smooth wood of
different.
the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement. The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty... She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your
Task awaits, only
and
you
only
can do it.
it. Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right?
Oh, you're right.
She knows that we're here.
Oh my god, you right. She is in the fucking windows.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this so focus up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk... What are you talking about? You reach for... Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. Good. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something...
Can we
I
have a
don't know,
bomb?
better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Enter the basement. We have the knife this time, though.
You cross over the threshold and onto a
Much
series of
different.
isolated steps. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Ooh.
It can't be that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it... It'll be enough.
Step off into the void between the stairs.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions.
Oh,
left and right.
fuck. I hate choices.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
Narrator, I don't trust you.
Excuse me. I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just
Pick a direction and start moving. What a
I
cunt.
wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
We found her, though. Found her. Go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh god, that's
I
awful.
was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Hey, yo. Goth princess, though?
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Dog. Please.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs, liver. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Yo, the voice of the paranoid.
Sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
He's chanting like a
Again,
spell.
your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Nerves. She isn't attacking us. Lungs. Why?
Curious.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
No, but like,
The
why?
weapon is still in your hands. Liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
What happened after
I
killing
tried
us
to
then?
leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then,
Heart, lungs.
well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
Huh, interesting.
I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Nerves, heart, lungs,
There's a lot of fucking options here.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What if we refuse?
We're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Only until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out.
I don't have much time left.
And before then, I'm sure I can get creative.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Lungs, liver, nerves,
Okay, do we...
liver, nerves.
We'll try slaying the princess.
Is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many.
Wait, what? Liver, nerves, heart,
Ah,
liver, nerves, heart. You turn and run, doing your best to put one useless leg.
You poor...
You get nowhere before the princess.
You're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and
She's gonna
pulls
take it off.
down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath, like a creeping mold. The complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
interesting.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
We're doing her lives.
Let me out.
This is all too much.
You pussy ass bitch narrator.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
I think I broke you.
Oh, you broke the narrator. We hate him anyway.
I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3, yo! What? Lots of chapters. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think.
Voice of a
It's
broken.
all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
Voice of the opportunist. I mean, multiple voices this run?
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
Voice of the stubborn?
We're supposed to.
Voice of the cold!
How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear.
Is this like an everything ending?
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong. I think they're all
Of course
wrong.
we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to... Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she's... It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Stay where we are.
Nothing. You can't just do nothing. You have to do something. That's a new one. Huh. Do you think
Yeah,
it'll
what
work?
if we do nothing?
No. Nothing ever worked. Boo. You're the worst one. He's not the one who got us into this mess. At least I keep you breathing around her. See? That's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries. Who cares? All of you just yap about nothing. And that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half. Great. And that's why you're not the top. I want to see what nothing does for us. And right now, all of you aren't letting nothing happen. Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. You need me, and you need to not have them. He'll get you killed by himself. Oh, all of us have gotten all the rest of us killed at one point or another. That's hardly even a concern now. As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and I wonder what we look like right now. Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity.
That's true, we do have an air of dignity.
Exactly.
I guess we proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you
The
do make
mirror!
it, or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose. They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror, obviously.
Walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
Ooh.
She's on the other side. and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things? I hope this works better than nothing did. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
Yo, the game.
It already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward. You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts.
Understandable.
The weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you.
Hey, it's you.
It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish his job.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You tried to stop for so much longer than you had to.
Right? We got the chapter of whatever.
But it was always just a matter of time.
And closer.
You are going to have to stop running eventually.
The fuck I do.
And closer.
Everything stops running eventually. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
The fuck you will.
And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to
She
be
has
there
a
too.
lot of hands, huh?
A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist.
This is the worst version of
I've
her.
already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand. You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even.
Yo.
I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
We're gonna go conquer the world now.
I didn't think I'd be so tired. Why is it so cold?
It's the end of a path. You get to die. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone.
There doesn't seem like there's much else to do.
Finally, we can smash it.
I like the voice of the Stubborn too.
You stop with the smashing.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority.
Approach the mirror. For we love democracy. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden, its mystery remains
Someone
unsolved.
tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
Voice of the hero, what are you doing here?
Feels okay. The fears. Oh, I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that is.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Since you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. We find ourselves in the long quiet once again. Proceeds to the cabin. There's Eldritch Horror once again. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Good question.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be.
I need Joe to play this
But
game.
that doesn't make any of them less special.
I need Joe to play this game because I need him to see. I need to see the choices he'd make.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight.
Alright, well, I've tried everything.
We will know when we near our destination. As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She does not. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Gross.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my perhaps this will change when our
Ready to go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Do we have anything?
You make your way up. We're not going to go through. Ignore him.
Seeks the cabin.
The interior blade. You.
To the basement.
Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's so coldly. Focus on the task at hand.
It's the cold one
And
again.
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's like, don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after. The blade tumbles out.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Interesting.
Note the lack of detail. Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
This one is very ominous.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Sounds like it's doable.
You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy. Far too...
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe
Oh.
it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out. Is someone else... You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
It's much different than last time.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happened. Against your... You cut into... The blade is sharp. She didn't so much. Free from her... How is she so composed?
Thank you. Now let's...
Approach the locked door.
No, we were... As the princess Wait, this isn't for... Watch me.
We're doing this again, huh?
You bring... Okay. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you. But if... Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Give up.
It's the blade. You fall to your knees. Every blow...
Oh, she's just kicking her ass.
If we're lucky.
Oh, too weak to even...
She places a confident... Her knee falls to your throat. Your wind... It can't just end... I'm sorry. Everything goes dark.
Neat. The tower.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of... You're here to...
The cabin.
A warning. She will... We might as well just...
Oh, it's supposed to be
Turn
broken.
down the... I'm not being a pessimist. You're being a... Just ignore... I agree. So please...
To the
If
cabin.
that's what you want. The
Interesting.
interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its
What?
humble exterior would suggest. The blade. Why do we feel so... We don't feel small.
Into the
No blade
basement.
this time. Blade. No blade. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a... It's still a stone basement. If her booming...
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
This one's very
You
demanding.
weren't kidding when you said it was... You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. Should we be worried? It doesn't matter what that.
Continue down the stairs. Let's see where this
Making
goes.
your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort. Every step
Are we
requiring
s-
you to clamber
we-
over one edge before dropping to the next.
Oh my god, we're
But
tiny.
soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast. The princess.
Oh
towers
shit,
over
she's
you,
tall.
almost glowing in the weak starlight. Her figure framed by a stained glass window. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed.
Kneel.
Neil. Oh.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and
Oh,
your
shit.
knees hit the floor.
Oh shit.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
We've made her a god.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before, and we've died here before. Pitifully. He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what the stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to.
But you fucking pledge yourself to her.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not. No. You can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high,
No,
not when you're
we've been
so close.
thoroughly
I won't let you
dominated.
do
It's
this.
it's over.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
We've done it.
Is she talking about you?
My
It's
god.
impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one.
Oh my god.
Aren't you?
Is she gonna kill the narrator or us?
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just.
I don't care what you are.
Oh my god, she's talking to the narrator.
Rise, my little bird.
We freed ourselves from the narrator.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh shit.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us
Joe
to
would
leave.
absolutely come if he got this ending. Take her hand. We've committed. That was a fast one.
She's gone. And is that a... What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful... This is what we all deserve.
Approach the mirror. Gaze at your reflection. You've unraveled the remains. See to the cabin. Oh shit!
There's a world beyond
She's
the endless
huge
walls
now.
of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least there's supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is Dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be.
Interesting. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but some of them is something else. I can tell. The narrator, and it wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have those had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Yeah, when he does it, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
If he drives you towards my destruction, then he is steeped in delusion, for he does not know me. Just as I hold compassion for you, and you hold compassion for me, you can hold compassion for those who have wronged you.
I'm ready to go back.
The next I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Get it,
Are you
I'm
serious? Unfortunately. Does it? Yes. I'm talking. Don't. Look, you're already on. It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward. While I appreciate, nevertheless, and before causality, it's no unless. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens in each. So sure, go. You make your way. We're not gonna ignore him.
Should see a cabin. Can we get Ghost again? That'd be interesting.
You take the blade.
Into the basement.
Her voice. Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the street, focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No, I'm probably chained up in the... So, you...
She's...
Slay the princess.
You lunge. You...
This is... Do you act...
like... Yeah, but it is...
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in... I really don't think you should... And why shouldn't we? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
She's alive.
What was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat.
Followed by another. And another.
And another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
We died together in this run.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted.
An eye for an eye. See you around.
For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark.
Okay. The razor. I mean, we're just gonna kill her again.
Here to
Fuck it.
You have a
warn. She will. He couldn't be. We know what to look out for. This just stay.
Wait, what was that talking? I didn't look. Fuck. Whatever. I mean, we're speedrunning this one.
Of the blade is. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in.
Alright, where's the cheated? Enter the basement. That's fine.
Yes. Great.
I hope you've come to rescue me.
There is something so. Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but if she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Screw it. Slay the princess. I don't care. We're going for the fucking... We're going full murder. Sure, Bobo.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back.
This is gonna fail, but...
I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. But your focus is broken. Whose meat? Not ours. Hers, at first. Then yours. How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
How come she has a longer sword than us?
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh.
Excuse me.
Where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit.
No!
Absolute bullshit.
The voice of the cheated.
You're going to die now.
We're both going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that.
Arms race. Yo, can we get to another chapter?
In the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Oh!
What? The interior?
Oh shit! Oh fuck, dude! Look at this.
I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I?
Oh shit!
Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing.
Multiple voices again.
Meaning. Great. So obviously you've already been here. This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, that can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
I like this ending so far.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Or maybe you can't see reality.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about You reach forward and place your hand on the door, and the mirror's gone.
I was
It was
pressing.
never there. Let's just get to the princess already.
I agree.
I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic. An unintentional and unfortunate
Did we just break our fucking neck? Oh, there you are.
Onto the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she... Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Good point.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin.
The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut
Bitch!
short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the
Why can't we
princess's
do that?
arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
What? I love the idea of something with something better. Okay, we're gonna just try to flirt with her. I love a woman with sword hands.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
I'd rather not.
I'm into it. Can't say I mind either. If it weren't for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute. Can we flirt by fighting her, though?
Good question. Give her the look!
The look. We've
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
do you not know about the look?
Oh, fuck.
Look, eh? So we're getting serious about this. You flash the princess
The look.
and a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Oh, I like her. I like her a lot. Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skew. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
Hey, this man is back.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred.
I had to try. I had to go for the
Still
look.
dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? this is for. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the prince. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving, we'll win her heart eventually.
Come on, show me something new.
It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs and your conscious loops from life to life, holding on snippets of conflicts and it transpires.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Yo.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. What's the point? It's all the same.
Be gone, Voice of the Broken.
Skewers you.
This is how we flirt with our knife wife.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? Okay, yeah. Let's appeal to her better nature. We have skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last
This is
time.
just, we're playing this Dark Souls.
You're right. One last time. That's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah, we live with that though. Yo, chapter 4! We've never gotten to chapter 4 before.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from there.
Shit!
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
What?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really.
Yo, wish the cold is back.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
There you go. Pause.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that one in no time.
Shit.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Narrator, you dumb bitch, we're in charge now.
Sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Fuck that, we're Zombie Man.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
If she pulls out a gun, I'm
not going to wait for an answer. I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
It's gonna be the roughest fucking of our life.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Yes! Behold! the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Oh, dude.
That looks
the voice of the stubborn
painful.
And the voice of the smitten teaming up.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Empty my mind.
It's so quiet.
Him too. Fuck it.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
I've made it. I've reached the end. You do not act, and yet, though that in action, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you or approach, but her as both finishes dark. You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought, free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, the faster the momentum volleys between you. Endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of its violation, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal, neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. You are nothing at all. Oh! But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond its reflection. Explorer, are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh shit, the mirror cracked! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image into glass in two. And then another crack forms in another and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, fuck, dude, where the fuck are we? Oh my god, there's so many... Destroy the mirror. There's so many things here. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh, I only have so many questions.
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it?
I'm part of him.
From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then
what is?
If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. You were, and it was by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Interesting.
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
The hubris.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh shit. You god or were you god?
In life I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. So I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her. Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying, and the patterns are wiped from the sand.
Death of an author. Say nothing and watch him end.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo.
Final choice time. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the razor full to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final best for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. She exploded. She's complete.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment.
She's gonna try to stab us again.
Dearly.
Do you know what about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Play the princess. It's time to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear.
Free myself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel a sensation of limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning the cosmic scale, but a twisted and crumbled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand, I guess. Once the undying tension breaks... Oh, you are free, and she is with you.
Magnificent.
There are no worlds, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Oh, step into the infinite. We go. You and she step forward into the $1,000 and 1,000 suns, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been. It's just you always will be. Through conflicts in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Absolutely disgusting. Finish the game, the good ending doesn't count. Turn to the main menu. Congrats, dude. Quit. Oh, that was interesting. I'm glad our final run with her was she turns into Knife God and we get a knife girlfriend and we continuously flirt by killing each other over and over again. That is truly the best ending. Oh my god, there's so many achievements. What is this? Oh my god, there's so many more endings. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, there are so many more endings. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do another playthrough later, but Jesus Christ, that's a lot of endings. Alright, that's enough of that for now. Gotta wait for Jen to get home so we can do some Baldur's Gate. Goodbye for now, friend. Tell Nathan he's smelly.